start class today in child's pose. So go ahead and get settled with your knees wide, toes touching, forehead pressed against the mat. Fingertips spread out in front of you. Begin to focus on your breath here. Maybe you focus on the Ujjayi breath, which is inhaling and exhaling through the nose, constricting the back of the throat each time you exhale. Find whatever works for you. Get settled here. Turn off all the distractions, the mental noise. Take 3 more breaths here. One final cleansing breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Pull yourself up into tabletop. Hands and knees here, get settled. Find your positioning with wrists under the shoulders and knees under the hips. And then take some cats and cows here, dropping the belly, lifting the chin, gaze up. Tucking the belly, tucking the chin. Back and forth, one vertebrae at a time. Following your breath here. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Or anything else that feels intuitive or good to you today. Return to a neutral tabletop. We're going to flow in child's. So press back for a variation of child's with the knees staying where they are. And then inhale, pull yourself back to tabletop. Exhale, back to child's. Inhale, tabletop. Warming up the body. Exhale, child's. Inhale, tabletop. Follow your breath. And then return to tabletop and stay here. Spinal balance, right leg out behind you. Equal with the hips, toes down. Left arm extends out. Think of one long line here from the tips of the fingers to the heel of the foot. Exhale, tuck it in, elbow towards the knee. Inhale, straighten. Repeat, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Repeat, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Lower the hand down to the mat. The right toes come to the back of the mat. For modified side plank, kickstand the left foot out to the side. Right hand lifts, right foot spins flat. Send the energy up through the right arm, lift up and out of the left arm and shoulder. Take the right arm, tuck it in for flow. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift and pause. Use the strength and energy of the right hand to lift you up and over to the other side. Left arm lifts. Breathe through that left rib cage. Cartwheel back to tabletop. Return to that neutral position. Extend the right leg out behind you. Exhale, tuck it in, knee goes towards the nose. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, right toe to the left corner, gaze over the shoulder. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend the knee, foot comes up, gaze up. Inhale, straighten. Repeat, tuck it in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, toe down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend the knee, gaze up. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, toe down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend the knee, gaze up. Inhale, straighten. Return to tabletop. Let's twist here, so take the right arm out and up to the side. Thread the needle right under left. Right ear and shoulder are on the mat while the left fingertips walk up. Stay here or walk the fingertips further over to the side and breathe. Unwind, come back to the tabletop. Take a few cats and cows here just to stretch things out. Return to that neutral tabletop. We'll switch sides. Left leg out behind you. Right arm extends out, one long line from the tips of the finger to the heel of the foot. Exhale, tuck it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten. Bring the right hand down. Back toes to the back of the mat for modified side plank. Kickstand the foot out to the side and left arm lifts, left foot spins flat. Send the energy up through the left hand. Ground down and press up and out of the right. Flow with the arm, exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten, hold here. Use the energy to lift you up and over to the opposite direction. This time, right arm lifts. Breathe through the left rib cage. Heart with the arms down, back to tabletop. Stretch the left leg out behind you, equal with the hips. Exhale, tuck it in, knee towards the nose. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bring the toe to the opposite corner, gaze over your shoulder. Inhale, straighten. Bend the knee, gaze up. Inhale, straighten. Repeat, exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, toe down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Last time through, tuck. Inhale, straight. Exhale, toe down. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Return to tabletop. Let's twist, left arm lifts up and out. And thread the needle left under right. Left shoulder and ear on the mat. Right hand extends out. Stay here. Or walk it over to the other corner and breathe. Unwind, come back to tabletop. Sit for child's for just a moment here, returning to your intention, allowing yourself a few more breaths here. So focus on whatever breath or the Ujjayi breath that you want to use here. Count to 5 on your own. Forward facing dog, tuck your toes. Allow the hips to shoot high to the sky. Pedal it out here for a moment. Do anything that feels good to warm up. And then return to a still dog. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Slowly walk the feet in towards your hands. Forward fold and release here. Maybe you ragdoll with one elbow in each hand. Shake your head yes or no if you want. And release your hands down. Use a block here under your hands if you want to. We're going to twist. Bend the right knee. Place the left hand on the mat. And lift the right arm high to the side. Ooh, sorry, left knee. I got that backwards. Right arm high to the sky. Breathe. And release. Bend the right knee, right hand to the mat or block. Left arm lifts high to the sky and breathe. And release here. Move your block if you were using it. Have a micro bend in your knees. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes last. Roll the shoulders down and back a few times here, bringing them up all the way to your ears and then down the back. Inhale up to the ears and down the back. Repeat up to the ears, down the back. Let's take some half sun salutations. Inhale, lift, arms high overhead, drop the shoulders, allow the hands to face each other. Engage the core here, feel your feet pressed into the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up, arms high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. And fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms high and pause here. Drop the shoulders, feel strength through the arms, through the core, through the thighs here. Half moon, the right hand grabs the left wrist. Lift up and over. Exhale, stretch. Feel it through the left rib cage. Breathe into the space. Return to center, switch your grip. Lift up and over, exhale. Breathe through the ribs. Into the space. Return to center and flow. So exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to left. Inhale to center. Follow your breath here. Take your own pace. Last time, meet back in center. Return your hands to heart center and drop the shoulders down and back. Close your eyes. Feel your feet planted firmly into the mat. Remember to engage the thighs, the bandha, the core, the shoulders. Everything is engaged and strong. Let's take 5 count breaths here on your own. Return to your intention, perhaps. Allow the eyes to flutter open. Release the hands, step the right foot back for warrior one.
That back foot is flat. And we're squared towards the front of the room. Shoulders are dropped, arms facing each other, parallel. Take 5 count breath here. Open up for warrior 2. Spinning that back foot so that it's parallel with the back edge of the mat. Bend in the left knee. Just take a check-in with the toes so you can still see that left big toe. Make sure the arms are balanced. Tuck the core. 5 count breath. Peaceful warrior, left arm lifts. 5 count breath. Modified side angle, allow the left arm to come onto the left thigh. Right arm lifts up and over, 5 count breath, reaching towards the front. Stay strong in your legs or core, don't sit down into anything. And release, drop both hands, quarter turn to the right for a wide-legged forward fold, walking your hands through your legs. 5 count breath at your own pace. Release the hands, quarter turn to the left so that you're facing the front again. Take a vinyasa here if you want, or just meet in down dog. Step the right foot between the hands. Come up for warrior 1. Back foot is flat. We're facing the front. Arms are parallel, shoulders dropped. 5 count breath. Open up for warrior 1. Warrior 2. Spinning that back foot so it's parallel with the back edge of the mat. Checking in on that right big toe, making sure that the pelvis is tucked, arms are balanced. 5 count breath. Peaceful warrior, right arm lifts, 5 count breath. Modified side angle, allow the right arm to come onto the right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. 5 count breath as you reach forward. Don't sink down into any of your joints. And release, quarter turn to the left for a wide-legged forward fold. This time, we're going to take some twists. So the left hand comes down to the mat and the right arm lifts. You can also place a block under the hand here if you want. And switch sides. Bring the right hand down onto the mat or a block. Left arm lifts. And release. Quarter turn to the right. Vinyasa or meet and down dog. Take a deep breath here in through the nose. Let it go. Step or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Bring the big toes to touch for chair pose. Knees together and bent, hips drop, arms wide, shoulders dropped. Breathe. And release, forward fold. Padangustasana, take your 2 peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Move your feet so that they're hips distance apart. Inhale, lengthen the spine, gaze forward. Exhale, pull yourself closer to your thighs. Maybe the elbows splay out to the side. Let's flow with this a little. Inhale, straighten and lengthen. Exhale, pull closer. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull closer. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull closer. Release the bind, take a little bend in the knees and slowly roll up. Head comes last. We're going to take tree pose here, starting with the right, so ground down into the left leg. The right foot either comes to the ankle, the shin, or the thigh, if I can get in there. Hands to heart center. Find your drishti and take a 5-count breath here. All right, that was a long time. Let's switch sides here. So ground down through the right leg. The left leg either comes to the ankle, shin, or thigh. Find your focus or your drishti. And 5-count breath. And release. Find equal weight into both feet. Inhale, lift arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat, step back to the plank or top of a push-up and hold here for a few seconds, engaging the core, thinking about one long line from your shoulders all the way to your heels. Drop down to the elbow and forearm. Same thing, engage the core, be nice and strong from the shoulders to the heels. And then slowly lower the belly down into the mat for Sphinx pose. You need to reposition the arms a little bit. We're going for a 90-degree angle here in the elbow and forearm. So the elbows are just under the shoulders, palms are placed firmly against the mat. Tops of the feet are against the mat, and the thighs are engaged, maybe so much so that the knees pop up off the mat. Press up and out of the shoulders and forearms, gaze forward. So the shoulders, the back, the thighs, glutes, everything is engaged here. And then while staying in this pose, release all the muscles and drop the chin down to the chest. We'll flow here ever so gently to protect the spine and the neck. So inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, tuck the chin in. Inhale, look up. Nice and slow. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. And gaze forward just slightly in a more neutral position here. We're going to press back into child's pose. Hands under the shoulders. Push up and back. Return to your intention and focus on your breath here. Taking a 5-count breath. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the seat high to the sky. Left foot comes between the hands, crescent lunge or high lunge. Shoulders are dropped, arms parallel, you're on the ball of the back foot. Breathe. Grounded warrior 3, hands come down to the mat, back leg lifts. You can take blocks under your hands here if you want. That back leg is equal with the hips are lower, toes down. Kundalini's descent. Exhale, bend both knees, right tuck in behind left. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, straighten. Sciatic stretch, bring the right foot to the outside of the left and roll up. Arms overhead. Lift up and over to the right. Breathe. And return to center. Unwind here, equal weight in both feet. Step the left foot back, crescent lunge. High lunge. Breathe. Grounded warrior 3. Hands come to the mat or a block. Left leg extends out behind you, toes facing down. Kundalini's descent, bend knees. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, sciatic stretch. That left foot comes to the outside of the right. Roll up. Arms up. And then lift up and over to the left. Breathe. Release, unwind, equal weight in both feet. Let's repeat. Right leg steps back, crescent lunge. Warrior 3. Leave your hands on the mat or block, or you can bring them to a balancing pose. Kundalini's descent, bend both knees. Straighten. Bend both knees. Straighten. Bend both knees. Straighten, intense leg stretch. Lower that right leg to the back of the mat. Maybe you take a slightly shorter stance here. You can move your hips a little further apart or your feet a little further apart. Inhale, lengthen and fold over the front leg. Breathe. Hands to the mat, meet in down dog or take a vinyasa. Right foot between hands, crescent lunge. Breathe. Warrior 3, hands can come to the blocks or a mat, or you can make it balancing. Kundalini's descent, bend both knees. Inhale, straighten. Bend the knees. Inhale, straighten. Bend the knees. Inhale, straighten. Intense leg stretch, lower that back leg down to the mat. Both legs are straight. You might widen your stance a little bit. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the front leg and breathe. Move your blocks and you can take a vinyasa or meet in down dog. Deep breath here in through the nose. Let it go. Left foot steps between the hands, Crescent lunge. Maybe you take a little back bend. Warrior 3, balancing or grounded. Kundalini's descent, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend. This time bring that right shin down to the mat for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Right arm lifts up high. Twist to the left, hooking the elbow over the thigh. Each time you inhale, you're going to lengthen. Exhale, and you're going to twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Unwind, place both feet flat on the mat. Reverse tabletop. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Gaze back. And release. Come into tabletop as a transition here. Hands and knees. Tuck the toes high to the sky for down dog. This time right foot comes between the hands. Crescent lunge. Maybe you take a little back bend. Warrior 3, balancing or grounded. Kundalini's descent, bend the knees. Straighten. Bend the knees. Straighten. Bend the knees and bring the shin down onto the mat. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Left arm lifts high. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Unwind and place both feet flat on the mat. Reverse tabletop. Lift up. And release, coming into tabletop as a transition again. Maybe you take a few cats and cows just to stretch things out. Step into plank, top of a push-up. We're going to slowly lower all the way down, keeping your elbows by your side. Release your arms down by your sides. We're going to take locust or shalabhasana. You can leave your hands here at your sides, or you can interlace them behind your back. Inhale, roll your shoulders down and back, and lift the chest, lift the thighs. Try to keep the legs together if you can. Breathe. And release, relax an ear on the mat. Let's repeat, same thing with the arms. Do what you want for your variation. Inhale, lift. Breathe. And release. Maybe you bend the knees or windshield wiper them back and forth. We'll take 1/3 variation for the back bend. You can take locust again, or if you want to take Dhanurasana bow, you can. Try to keep your knees as close together as you can. Inhale, lift up off the mat. 3, 2, 1, and release. We're going to roll over onto our backs. For the purpose of sound, I'm going to turn around and face you. You can face whichever way you want. We're going to take bridge, starting with our block, if you want. Walk your feet towards your seat. Inhale, lift. Place like a blanket or pillow or block up under your hips, and then relax your hips down onto the block. Breathe. Release whatever you've used under you. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. repeat. Walk your feet close to your seat. Use your block or not, up to you. Inhale, lift the hips up off the mat. You can interlace your hands behind your back if you want. Focus on your breath. And release. Let's windshield wiper the knees this time, right and left. Last time, repeat the bridge if you want, whichever variation, or if wheel is in your practice, then you can take wheel now. And if so, you'll place your hands by your ears, fingertips facing down towards your feet. Keeping the elbows in as much as possible. On your inhale, you're going to lift up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the chin and lower down. Everybody hug their knees in, rock side to side. Place the feet on the mat. We're going to take Supta Baddha Konasana. So place the feet together and knees wide. And just rest here for a moment. Allow one hand to come to the heart, one to the belly. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees into the chest. Hug them tight and then rock yourself up slowly, making your way into a seated position. We'll take butterfly again, but this time sitting up, so feet together, knees wide. Sit up nice and tall, move out any flesh from under the hips. Lengthen through the spine and start to fold forward. You can always take your blocks here if you need a little extra support. This feels too tight for you. And sit up, straightening the legs for a seated forward fold. Same thing, reposition if you need. Flex the thighs and the feet. Sit up nice and tall, lift the arms up, reach up and out of the spine and hinge forward. Same thing, you can use your blocks here if you need. If you can't reach very far, whatever works for you. Release any tension in the head and neck. Release and roll up ever so slowly. Janu Shirshasana. Bend the right knee in. Allow it to fall out to the side so that the foot is touching the inside of the left thigh. Same thing, lift up and out. Forward fold. You can always sit on your block too if these poses feel too tight for you. Sit on a blanket or a pillow. Roll up and switch sides. Left leg comes in with the knee out to the side. Right leg is out. Reach up and out. Breathe into any tension that you may feel. our way onto our back for an inversion here. You can take whatever variation you want. So you can take happy baby, knees wide, grabbing the outside blades of your feet. You can stretch your legs up high to the sky. You can also get up against a wall. This is very easy to do at home. And allow your feet to rest on the wall. Or you can take supported shoulder stand if that's in your practice. That's certainly an option for you too. You can take plow if you are in supported shoulder stand. If you're in happy baby, you can rock side to side, whatever feels good to you, stretching one leg out at a time. And then we're slowly going to release, rolling one vertebrae at a time down back onto the mat. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. We'll take a twist here, dropping the knees over to the right, arms to the left. Switch sides. Knees drop to the left, arms to the right. Return to center. Stretch the legs out. We're going to prepare for our final resting pose here. So take up all of your mat. Get comfortable. We're going to lay here for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to lead you through a guided relaxation here as you lay in Shavasana. So begin to envision the whole body relaxing. We'll start with the toes and the ankles. Invite some relaxation into those feet. Relax the shins and the knees, the thighs. Relax your hips, the low back. Give your back permission to melt into your mat. Same with the shoulders. Allow them to be heavy. Release any of the tension throughout the neck and the shoulders. Relax the ears, the jaw, the tongue. Relax the eyebrows and the forehead and the scalp. Do a scan of the body head to toe and notice any areas of tension and welcome them to let go. And we'll sit here and enjoy the silence of Shavasana.
Slowly begin to deepen your breath. And invite some movement into the fingertips or the toes. Maybe stretch out, arms overhead, feeling one long line from your fingertips to the toes. And then hug the knees into the chest and roll over onto your left side. Each practice is like a rebirth of your strength, your energy, your spirit. And so let us keep that in mind as we press up and out of this fetal position. Renewed, stronger. We'll come into this seated position, close our eyes, rest your hands wherever is comfortable for you, and take a big cleansing breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Pause here, focus on your breath. On each inhale, I want you to think, let go. And on each exhale, I want you to think, let love. Let go. Let love. Let go. Let love. Continue on your own. We'll end with one more cleansing breath in through the nose. And let it go. Hands at heart center. Find gratitude to yourself for showing up on your mat. Even when things are difficult, you still took care of yourself, and as a result, you're taking care of others. The love and light in me honors the love and light in each and every one of you. Together we'll bow. Thank you guys so much.